You won't find as many Georgia farmers taking to their fields this year to plant winter wheat crops.
Not as many people do it as they used to, but I've always kind of stuck with it. I like growing grain.
But here at Buckhorn, a family farm straddling Laurens and Bleckley counties, the winter wheat planting continued this year. But it was not business as usual.
A lot of my friends that used to grow wheat are not going to grow wheat this year because they were worried about having a home for it.
Not only did Buckhorn Farms plant a lot less winter wheat, they chose not to plant any milling wheat this year.
I grow seed stock, so I'm able to, I kind of dodged the bullet of having to worry about where the grain was going to have to go to a grain elevator.
That's because right now Georgia's backlogged with last year's supply of milling wheat. That's the type of wheat that mills process to be used for baking. Surging wheat prices led many farmers to put more wheat crops in the ground last year, and they produced a lot of it. Normally, that's a good thing, until the state experienced a big setback. Of the many challenges facing Georgia's winter wheat producers, the closing of this Macon mill behind me here certainly added to the list.
We lost ConAgra, which was Ardent in Macon, was a flour mill we had in Macon. And we lost it, so we've only got one actual flour mill left in the state of Georgia. This in Milner, Georgia, kind of up out of Griffin. That's the only flour mill we got left in Georgia, so it's kind of running us a little tight on places to sell our wheat local. The elevators are having to ship the milling grade wheat out, and a lot of the elevators have had trouble getting rid of the grain. Like my local one in Dublin, I think they're still sitting on 600,000 bushels of wheat from last year that they got to get railed out.
Loyd says he's certain the market will correct itself given time.
They'll probably get back corrected where, everybody won't be so full next year maybe. I hope so, because I like to grow wheat.
But if anything, Loyd is probably more worried about a different kind of crop, the next generation of farmers.
That's one thing I wish could get out, that, be a little more ag education to, we learned that stuff. I'm 44, and, we was kind of taught, that the U.S. was the breadbasket of the world when I came through school, but it seems like we're getting away from that these days. And there's only about 2 guys in this immediate area that are younger than me that are farming. My brother helps me a lot, and I hope my son, he's 15, or either my daughter, either one, because she's a little spitfire too. I wish both of them stay here and farm with me. We don't have a whole lot of younger generation coming along to kind of pick up the torch.
But at the same time, Loyd says he understands it's hard for young people to get started in agriculture without a family history in it.
I grew up on a farm, but it's like my son, it would be a lot easier for him because, he can kind of ride my coattails a little bit. But if you're not born on a farm nowadays, it's very, very hard. It takes so much capital to be able to get into it. It's hard to start if you're not. But, somebody's got to grow our food, so we need to do something.
Prices rise and fall, the weather unpredictable. But Loyd says he's firmly planted in his career. That's
the thing about old American farmer, no matter who tries or what they try, you won't keep us down. We hard-headed people, and we ain't gonna quit. I'm not until my toes are turned up.
On the farm, I'm Greg Loyd.